So this is my 2021 Cannondale Topstone 2 non-carbon version. Went for the alloy version. One, because it was cheaper, and two, because I actually wanted a alloy bike that I could use for both gravel and winter riding as well. Because I got my carbon bike that I use for summer riding and long rides. Made a few upgrades to this, sort of pretty much instantly. Sort of put some Hope bits on it, and not that there's anything wrong with the wheels that came with it, but I wanted some Hope wheels on it as well, just because they've got slightly better bearings in them. So for winter riding, makes a big difference, and also sort of slightly stronger rims. So we'll take bigger hits. I'm using Crank Brothers pedals, very similar to the sort of Shimano sort of setup. Difference is that I had these already, so essentially buying any, which is always a good thing. And I swapped out the standard FSA crank that it came with for a GRX one, because it looks nicer than the FSA one, which I wasn't a massive fan of, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall views of this have been fantastic. It rides extremely well, considering it's an alloy bike that weighs about 11 kilos, so it's not the lightest bike in the world, but it's certainly great fun to ride. Full carbon fork, which makes a huge difference as well, sort of for comfort and sort of playing around the forest. It's great fun, really comfortable. As I said, the flare is fantastic. I'll try and get the flare on. The flare of the bars are really good. Perhaps the only thing I'm not a massive fan of, but I've sort of sorted that now by putting some thicker tape on it, was the bars are quite narrow. So, and I've not got particularly big hands, but they were definitely narrow. But putting the lizard skin bar tape on it has really helped that, and it's nice and sticky as well, which is great again for sort of winter riding and sort of wet and dirty rides. The fabric saddle that came with took me a while to get used to it compared to my physique that I've got, but I kind of had it too flat, I think, and I've since put the nose down just ever so slightly, probably 1 or 2 degrees if that, and it's made a massive difference. The colour of this bike, which is the reason I went for it really over the one up, because the colour of this is just beautiful colour compared to the Topstone one, which is a bit boring to look at really. If you're in the market for a gravel bike, highly recommend this one. I can't praise it enough, as I've already said. Great fun to ride, and just an incredible sort of bit of kit. Yeah, and we really like it. And I am in no way sponsored at all by Cannondale. That is something I can only dream of. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is my first sort of review video, so if you've got any questions or anything, let me know, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. The only thing I've done as well, which I've just quickly reminded me of, is I've set up tubeless, and yeah, these tyres are really good. I run at about 35. When I first went on them, I put 40 in them, and it was just way too hard, sort of going through the forest on the stones. It was a bit bouncy. So yeah, so I run about 35 psi, which isn't too bad. And I put my little sort of case down there with the sort of tools and stuff in it, which I keep. And yeah, that is it. So that is my Cannondale Topstone 2 in purple 2021. Thank you very much.